It's a nice day today, Wednesday, September 23, and hoping again, like always, that it won't rain this afternoon. Although it's a bit better today than the last 2 days. Hope again that it won't rain because we will be pouring the walls of Old B in the mango tree in the Little England. That will be the beam, the trench. So I hope Junelle is in. It's Wednesday today. So Junelle and Jurel is now preparing the rebars for the trench. They will be installing the column as well. So what we will doing is just pour the footing first, and then next pour the column. So there's 4 columns in this one. We will be using 12 mm rebars on this because it's our house, not the fencing project. Since we all already use 12 mm in all our columns and footings here, we might as well continue. So you can see there that they have chipped out the bottom of that column to attach the continuation trench here. So they're doing the matting, and then Jurel is doing the bending. So Old Lito here is continuing the rendering. They have done the one inside, except for the one that needs to be filed on the top. And I have the lawyer scrubbing the muck off the window, otherwise he got nothing to do, which I don't think he got something to do this morning. He don't know what to do if there is no pouring, but he got now a task to do. That's alright, it's not a bad job because I still have it all waterproof. Let me check up here. So that's fine. Okay. So here at 1:30, they have managed to put the whole beam rebar here, and now what they're doing is putting the columns rebar, because what we do is to pour all the footings and also where the footings of the columns. So you got rocks as spacers. Oh, I'll just go and do some banking, and then I'll be back later. So this is the parcel that I have to put up with coming every day And old B, I didn't realize, been ordering in Lazada secretly. He's not paying me fast enough for all this parcel I have to get every day. I'm going down to the city to do some banking, just a quick banking thing. And I just had a call from another Lazada delivery for old B, because this is what I have to put up with. He's shopping online with Lazada, and I'm the one who's gonna be meeting all these deliveries. I just had 5 parcels this morning, and another one again, this one, which is timing because I'm going down, and you can see that the weather is not favorable again. It's raining, although when I left the house it's not raining. I hope it's just gonna be like this. Look, it's not so hard like yesterday. It's a really heavy downpour. So hoping that they will be able to pour those footings, if not tomorrow, if not today, tomorrow at least, that they will have that footing. Another call again. That here we are, suffering all these rains every afternoon, and you can see that the people just continue on with their livelihood, like those picking up passengers despite the rain. Although, like them, they pick up passengers on motorbikes despite the rain, but it's quite dangerous. That's why I am quite worried about motorbikes. I don't like to drive them during rainy season, because one time I have met a driver and a passenger on the motorbike on the way up, and they have fly from the motorbike when they hit a big rock that they didn't realize that was there. I mean, the rock is not from the falling debris, but it seems like kids are playing on it, because it's like formed into housing, like a little, you know that you can tell that it's someone's playing on it and just leave it there on the road. And they hit on it, and we're meeting on the same road, and I saw them flying, and then a lot of people was behind me, like they were able to help. Fortunately, they both survive, but of course got some disabilities after that. So that's what, after that I don't really want to go on motorbikes. If I could help it, but old B don't want me to go on motorbikes as well, so makes sense that I won't do it, because you don't like it. I personally don't like it. Although it's really fast when you're going motorbike on a nice weather, but not like this. So I am now nearing the Talamban Road. The puddles I have to avoid because they cannot be seen clearly when it's all filled up with water, and I'm on my small car. Because like with the old banger, even the potholes, it doesn't feel like it's there. It's got a very good suspension, that one. So there's the People's Bus and the Beat Bus that's servicing here regularly. And you also got the Cirrus bus. Comes here once in a while, but the Cirrus got longer route. It goes to Consolacion. Really bad weather. I won't be long. I'm only going to my bank, then I'll be home. I am now nearing Country Mall. I could see that there's no rain in this area, so it was just there in Pitos, because up the hill when I left it was not raining. So Pitos, Pulang Bato is where the rain is. I mean main Pulang Bato, because I still belong to Pulang Bato. So here I'm going through traffic, but I'll just go in Country Mall because that's where my bank is. So look at all this parking on the road. Problem of bicycles, so you're going down to the pedal power when you're following one of them, because you don't know, because they can't signal. Some of them don't know how to signal as well. Look at that, he's going in the middle, so where is he gonna go? So you just anticipate this going there. He should have made a hand signal. So here I am. I usually go here now. Before I just go straight to Ayala Center, Cebu, but so much fast of the checkups and all that makes you take your trip so long. So I'll just go here in my local mall. I have to give the card so it will open, but there's no parking fee here. Give it to the basket of the security guard. The city seems quiet today. Look, it's not a lot of traffic around here, when usually this is all blocked in at this hour. It's now 3:35, or because it's the rains. So we got this so-called checkpoint here, but I don't know what they're checking. I will say it's decoration to block. And this is the Tri-G where I used to have my car fixed, and then they rip you off and they don't take care of your car. The car come back with scratches and stuff like that. So I now have my own mechanic to fix anything about my cars, like the vehicles I use, because the multi-cab got the multi-cab expert doing that. But my car is now, you know, the manager of Shell, he also does home service. One of the managers of Shell, rather, home service, because he used to be a mechanic and he specializes in automatics, so he can get the parts for me. Because you know those problem that I had before with the leaking fuel, and I can't get the fuel line without ordering it in the casa of Ford, but he did manage to sort it out for me. So this is a very rainy day here in Cebu now for 3 days. I hope it's not raining that hard in the hill. So I'm here in Pulang Batu area now. Oh, what's wrong with these two trucks? Oh, I know. They can't cross the river because I think the river rise up and they can't cross it. So they have to wait till the water go down before they cross over. Now I see why. There's another truck waiting as well. So a few of them waiting for the river to subside. Because they're not allowed to cross on the bridge, that, you know, the Japanese bridge. They have to go under it, which is where they go behind that wall there. So that's why they're waiting. Which is favorable to me. I could drive in straight because sometimes the traffic's caused by them. Because they're too big for the road. So that's Fred's mini cement mixer there. And all his trucks here. So that's Fred's concrete hollow block. So I'm crossing on this Japanese old bridge, which will be changed soon because the metal is now really not really, because they're just fed up of fixing it all the time, but it's still okay to cross. So these are the mountains of Pulangbatu. This area here has now been congregated with little shops, opening eateries and all that. We got a new one there, like Golden Feather Store. That's new, and they like living like right edge to the edge of the road. Look, even if this so small area. And we'll be passing through the house of the welding man. That one, DRM store. That's the house of the welding man, where you can see my gate. It's still been formed. So I'm on the way now back to the hill. It's now 4:04 in the afternoon. So a few more minutes, the boys will finish by 5 o'clock. So in the last hour, last 40 minutes I think, they are just sorting out the forms for the columns tomorrow. So the three of them, instead of just mixing up muck, so Julito just decided to help them take out the nails or straighten out the nails, as long as they can sort out the columns, because this time we're gonna be pour the columns first before we file the blocks, because they were struggling to do this over here, doing what we have done in the fencing project, where we pile the blocks first before the columns, because the style here in my house is pour the column first before the filing of blocks. So that's what they're gonna have to follow now. So the update of the rendering is he has done this one and also this one. So I'll have all this earth be moved soon. Then it will be at least cleaner over here. And also there, it's all over. It's already done. So tomorrow hopefully they will pour the footings, and then they can start forming the forms for the columns. So the trench with the column in is now ready. They can't pour it now because it's always raining in the afternoon, so they are now targeting it to pour this tomorrow morning. when it's still sunny and bright. So there is 4 columns, and it's all tied in the beam to the column, the old column that we had here. And also they will also tie in the horizontal piling with the horizontal that's coming out from that old column. So the height of this wall will be the same height as that one that we're looking at. Then it's all gonna be all rendered, cleaned up. So that will be the side where we're still claiming that side, of course, that the goats can stay there. But I will put a gate on the curb wall. So here it is, 12 mm rebars for the beam and the column. Whereas the stirrups, you know, the rings are made of 10 mm rebars. So this is how it looks here from the end towards there. So it will be a good thing when it's done, because it will make the place tidier a little bit, and we're on the way there. And as we continue using all the aggregates, it will be all transferred across, and then I'll have them clear this all out here. What you can hear is some singing and partying, even the rain, because there's a wedding. So they're celebrating, but they will be off about 7-8 o'clock in the evening. So that's just one of the occasions that they have their karaoke: birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, and christening.